Radio Free Skaro!
Hello, everyone. Welcome to Radio Free Skaro, episode number 1023. I am Stephen in Edmonton.
Warren in Vancouver.
And Chris in Edmonton.
Happy 40th anniversary on the day that this is coming out to Live Aid. Live Aid happened 40 years ago.
Okay.
July
watching
13th, 1985. Yeah.
Yep. On a standard def TV, probably a 13-inch TV to really get the grandeur of Live Aid.
I don't remember. I never watched it. I didn't know where it was. Where was it on? Do you remember here in Canada? Where was it on? Was it CBC?
I do not remember off the
Much
top.
like Much Music was pay TV by then, so we didn't
I
have.
want to say it was CBC. It was probably on Much Music as well. And we had cable and we had Much Music, so maybe I just watched it there. But
yeah, I
but
didn't
I'm
have
pretty
Much
sure it was on one of the bigger networks as well. But I don't remember which one.
Well, the Google AI overview says, in Canada, Live Aid was broadcast primarily by MTV.
Oh my God!
Good work, AI.
Oh, it's just getting worse. Also,
Definitely
Peter
worth,
Ustinov. Peter Ustinov
Torpedoing
also
the entire link economy. Yep.
Yeah, Peter Ustinov let it off with rock and roll all over the world with his former band Status Quo.
According to internationalbroadcasts.fandom.com, the wiki
Probably more
there-
reliable than AI, yeah.
Probably. CTV and Much Music aired it here.
CTV,
Yeah, that
okay.
sounds about right.
Never watched it. Never. I'm not even sure I knew it was on. I think at the
watched
You
time.
call
Live
yourself a
Aid.
music fan?
Yeah, I
I
know.
watched Live 8 when that was a thing, but
I
not
didn't.
Live Aid.
Our good friend Deb Stanish was at Live Aid in Philadelphia.
Wow.
Yeah,
That's
actually in the crowd for that. So saw
Oh, yeah.
Led Zeppelin's disastrous one-off reunion amongst many other things. So there.
All I
Anyway,
remember is Phil Collins or a gorilla playing the drums over and over. Or was that just in The Life and Times of Brian Byrne?
that was just the life and times of Brian. I was really hoping you weren't going to say that because the other drummer in Led Zeppelin was a black man, Tony Thompson from Power Station.
God, no.
So,
No, that's not what I meant at all.
Okay,
There's just-
thank God for that.
There's just
Jeez.
that running gag with
Oh.
the endless drumming with the I think
Yes.
it was a gorilla playing Phil Collins.
No, he wasn't actually. It was you're conflating two skits from the
Okay.
Life of Rock is
Okay, all right,
with
all right.
Brian Byrne. Anyway, the YouTube channel, the official Live Aid YouTube channel, I noticed is live streaming the entire concert. I'm sure there's going to be some acts that aren't there because I couldn't get it cleared or something like that. But I noticed. I said, I wonder if they're doing anything. They're literally restreaming the entire concert starting at 5 a.m. Our time, Mountain Time, probably.
I mean,
noon,
that's
noon
kinda
UK.
cool.
Yeah, it's
Like,
cool.
maybe-
Live, on the basically a live rewatch, 40 years to the minute. So.
Maybe it'll be like the Amazon thing where they were streaming, or Twitch or whatever it was, where they were streaming Doctor Who stuff and all these new fans. Like, it'd be kind of cool if a bunch of new fans came out of this.
I bet you. I hope one day when Doctor Who comes back in 2032, that somebody says, "Yeah, I didn't know much about Doctor Who," and then all of a sudden there was a bunch of episodes on Twitch for like 3 weeks in a row, and I just loved it. And I decided I'm going to go into TV and make Doctor Who one day, and that person did. That'd be kind of great.
On Twitch. It is now broadcasting on Twitch.
Yeah, well, who's going to be broadcasting anything in 2032 when Doctor Who comes back? Who knows? Anyway, I've been watching. If you search for it on YouTube, there's a documentary made for the 20th anniversary of Live Aid back in 2005. I guess it was. Yeah, I guess it would have been. I was trying to think if it was 2005 or 2015, but no, it was 2005. And it's great. I watched the first half of it last night, stayed up way too late, and I watched it already once before. But I love documentaries, and especially documentaries about big events. So July 13th.
Well, speaking of documentaries, Jaws at 50, which apparently is quite good, is nowhere to be found on Canadian Disney. So I'm a little miffed about that.
I know. Yeah, National Geographic documentaries seem to show up later than we want them to.
And they are most of my watch list on Disney, to be honest with you.
Yeah. Yeah, I know. Doctor Who's on, it won't be for much longer. Knows how negative we are about the future of Doctor Who.
I honestly do wonder if they'll keep, I guess they probably would if they had the rights to it. They own it, so own the rights to it or whatever. So
they
think they'll keep that around.
They owned the rights and indeed made the Willow TV series, and that ain't on there anymore either.
Fair point. Yeah,
Who knows? Bit of a dark time for Doctor Who, given that no one seems interested in making any more of the old guard, which honestly is a good thing. I'm all right with that, you know?
Mm-hmm. Well, allow me to lead into I Saw Superman.
Yeah.
First of all, very good. And I'm a 1978 weirdo who is as good as that. Not for me, because I'm a 1978 weirdo. Right. But I'm sitting there. There's applause. There's a lot of young people in the audience. And I walked out going, you know what? I had my Superman. This is theirs. And it's good that there's a new one that is theirs. Like, They don't have to be hewing to this thing that I like because I'm old. Like, you know, it's not news to anybody but me, but
you also like the new one as well. That's the thing.
Yeah, but I quite did. And that's the thing. I'm just saying, like, if Doctor Who comes out and it's something new, great. Make it doesn't have to be tied to the past. Kill it, or whatever Kylo Ren says, you know, a role model for all.
Let the past die and then just bring it back in the next movie. Because the next
by the way, the past, here it is. I didn't let it die after all.
Somehow the past returned, yeah. We'll see. We'll see what happens when it comes to things. But anyway, we're talking about 43-year-old Doctor Who with the final part of our Visitation commentary coming up here in this episode. By the way, after which we'll spin the wheel and select another commentary, which we've already started recording. And in fact, after this very episode today, we're recording the last two parts. We're not even going to tell you what, because it's a spoiler, everyone, for those people for the 9 of you who pay attention to the what we're going to select on the randomizer. But if you're a Patreon supporter, you've heard I think you've heard the first two. I can't remember what went out already. You've already heard a couple parts of our Jamie Magnus Stone mini scope, which is going to go out later this year on the main feed. Warren and Chris are both talking into identical mics to mine for the most part. A Shure SM7B, bought by Patreon supporters. Thank you very much for contributing to the podcast. We finally got Warren off his circa 1995 SM57 that
Come
he was
on,
using.
The SM58 is a legend.
That's true.
So.
That's true. That's true.
It is a stalwart.
It is.
After I go off and we have to embrace the new. By the way, this mic is awesome.
Yeah. Given that I own like 2 acoustic drum sets, and both of them one of them is certainly older than I am, and one of them is almost older than I am. So vintage. Yeah, I know, right? I know. And I'm 50 years old, so just think about that. You know?
So old.
So very old. Anyway, there's a new thing that sprung up because it mentioned Disney in the UK, but then you dig deeper and there's nothing to do with Doctor Who here. But Disney Plus and ITVX are cross-pollinating in the UK, and that Disney Plus in the UK is showing some ITVX stuff, and vice versa. So like The Bear. That Hulu show.
Wacky comedy, The Bear?
The wacky comedy that wins all the Emmys for comedy is coming to ITV, for instance. You could watch it there, as well as Andor, apparently. Apparently you could watch Andor. Okay. If you haven't seen Andor yet, watch Andor and on ITV in the UK. And then ITV could get all their silly reality shows like Love Island.
Love Island is escape containment.
Yeah, and Vera and all that stuff. So people will sort of like, what does this mean for Doctor Who? It means nothing. It means absolutely nothing for Doctor Who. Zero for Doctor Who.
I'm sure the fact that this is a British thing, the BBC owning Doctor Who, would put a bit of a kibosh on anything of that sort ever happening.
Yeah. So. Although they did say that this is the Deadline article we're thinking, you know, the Disney Plus's general manager of EMEA. When I saw that, I thought it said IKEA, I have to admit, but told Deadline that Carl Holmes here at Disney Plus.
Europe, Middle East, and Asia is what
there it is.
The CCAM League, I believe it's called.
CCAM.
Well, CCAM is only France and Russia.
I know. I just wanted to say the CCAM.
I know. The CCAM Super Friends, I think, is who you meant.
There you go. Exactly. Yes. Meanwhile, back at the CCAM League.
Carl Holmes said he expects, quote unquote, we will announce similar deals with other broadcasters across EMEA in the coming months. Does that mean the BBC? Does that mean that Classic Who is coming to Disney? No, it's not. It's not coming to Disney Plus, everyone.
Yeah.
No, not at all. In fact, just since we're kind of on a similar vein here, I'll jump ahead in our news list a little bit. And that here in North America, Doctor Who, modern Doctor Who, 2005 to 2022, we'll call it, has been on HBO Max Max and then HBO Max. I don't know where it's HBO Max
in the United
now.
States only.
In the
right?
United States only, of course. We'll get to where it's been on here. Anyway, it's finally leaving. The window is finally up with that Doctor Who agreement with Max at the end of July 31st. So where it goes after that, if it goes anywhere, we'll find out. Basically, because, it's not, listen, as we've discovered with many, many other shows, just because it leaves one service doesn't mean it immediately goes to another service. Sometimes it just languishes, and you go and you search for it on your Apple TV, and it goes, where can I find this? Oh, you could buy it from $2.99 onwards. Like, well, that sucks. So.
New BSG was that for a while. I think I don't know where it is now, but it was floating around in Nowheresville for a while there after being on Amazon forever, I think. Can't keep track. Or maybe it was Netflix.
It was on Amazon, then was off Amazon, then was back on Amazon. I don't know where it is right now, if it's there or not. I know Amazon here in Canada got Classic BSG.
The craziest one is that The Expanse, which Amazon owns, or at least because of rights issues, because the first few seasons were on Sci-Fi and I guess NBC, those aren't on there anymore. Like, they're listed, and there's a rights. It says right there on the app there's a rights issue. But then the seasons 4, 5, 6, whenever Amazon owned it outright, that stuff's still on there. So.
So in order to get the complete story, you have to not that anyone, not that Doctor Who fans know anything about that, having to go to many different services.
I'm perilously close to buying the Blu-rays of The Expanse just because it's a really great show.
I was flipping around. Chris always sends us deals on iTunes and stuff like that, and I did notice there was a package for Expanse, but it wasn't the Blu-ray, but. Yeah. According
to JustWatch.com, Battlestar Galactica 2004 is not available to watch
of course.
in Canada for free.
Again.
That's why I do have the actual Blu-rays for that.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I found that show depressing, and I've tried it twice, and I think
that's your deal.
Yeah, I know. I know a lot of other people like it, but
never did gel with that, did you?
I did gel with it. I can't gel with Babylon 5. I've tried 4 or 5 times to get into it, and I just cannot do it.
Yeah. That's nowhere.
There's nothing wrong with it. It just doesn't agree with me for some reason.
For what it's worth, for the past few months now, series 1 through 10 of Modern Doctor Who have been on Amazon Prime here in Canada. The Jodie Whittaker years have not. I think they are. The rights are still owned by Bell Media, but they just haven't had it on their server. They just have it. They haven't.
How very Bell Media of them,
right? Oh God, the state of Canadian streaming and media rights. Let me tell you, kids,
and just television generally. Let's be honest here.
Just to rant a little bit. I mean, they're getting rightfully dragged for this with Sportsnet Plus.
Oh yes.
Sent emails out to their existing customers saying, hope you enjoy Sportsnet Plus. We are raising the price by 30%, 30 for the next season.
$80 a year for an increase or something.
It's astounding. And they can get away with it because they have a monopoly. They own all the sports rights basically in this country, and they just re-upped with the NHL for like 12 years. And, oh, by the way, they bought the majority stake of the Maple Leafs, so I guess they need the money now, so it's coming out of you so much. Apparently the website was like super slow the day that they announced this because everyone was going to Sportsnet to cancel their subscription, so well done on that. So
good.
Yeah,
I definitely read of a few people saying they canceled in the wake of that.
Yeah.
Two things about this. I couldn't care less about sports, and I'm furious about this. It disgusts me. And two, how can you raise the amount of Leafs coverage from 100%?
I know, right? It's like by definition, the 100% is the most anyone can give.
Like it's saturated with annoying Leafs. I don't care about sports, but even I'm annoyed by the insane amount of Leafs coverage. Like this team that never wins and nobody cares about. Okay, fine. Toronto is a big population center, the biggest population center, and I guess some people care about it. Against my better judgment, they care about this team. But come on now.
At some point, we have to ask, like, are we serving a big fan base of Maple Leafs fans, or are we creating one by the oversaturation?
And deluding them into thinking
you got to replace the ones that die. So
that's true. Anyway, streaming sucks. I don't care if we sound old by saying that. It sucks. It's terrible.
It does.
If we do sound old, and you're right.
Yeah. So. I mean, we went on a rant, 2-3 weeks ago about physical media in general. So, yeah, I know which side of the fence I'm on.
Yeah. Man,
I was actually talking to my dad about this. He has he's got a new M series Mac, and he's got an old book from like the Idiot's Guide to the Mac that he got probably 20 odd years. It's got like the old colorful Macs, the bubble ones from like the 90s. And I was said to my dad, you know what? For 2 things about this. You open that book, it might be out of date, but it still works. There's no AI overview. It just works. You just read it and it tells you stuff. Also, it's propping up a computer. It's doing double duty here.
Yeah.
Like, you can't do that either of those things with streaming or AI or any of this nonsense.
You really can't. I know. And the thing is, let's face it. A lot of people aren't like as beholden to things. Like, I need to see this and I need to go to this. I mean, people aren't going to the movies, like the Marvel movies, as much anymore because it'll come out on streaming. Like, the demand to watch stuff immediately is not there because there's about 10 other things that they can, watch when it's available. So, like, if something's not going to be on streaming, it's like, okay, they're not going to search for it. Like, if they really wanted, they'll pirate it or something. But
That's if they tear themselves away from whatever tiny video they're watching on their phone.
True.
There's that little blip in history that we call COVID,
right?
Which dramatically changed how things operate as well. Because with theaters, cinemas not being open and things having to go straight to streaming and all that, the window, the release to streaming window is so tiny relative to relative to say 10 years ago.
And at the time, streaming was kind of a blessing in disguise with that because what else we're going to do?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Well, we can listen to Gal Gadot sing Imagine with all of her friends.
Is there anyone whose career tanked more from a viral video than Gal Gadot? I just think
probably.
Just like no one wants
Michael
to see her
Richards for one.
Yeah.
Ouch.
Well, that's true.
Ouch.
But like a well-meaning thing.
She was just stupid and clueless.
Yeah,
she wasn't racist. So
like a well-meaning thing. What if we all just sang Imagine? Oh God, heady days. Heady days. Anyway, streaming's terrible. Buy everything on Blu-ray. Buy a Blu-ray player, a big TV, and Blu-ray. See, it is an entertainment, fun, and accessible. It's so great. If you're going to Comic-Con, I love Comic-Con in the way that other conventions sort of like announce guests and then programming and then hope you buy a ticket to go to. San Diego sells all their tickets, then says, well, I hope we got programming for you. And then they announce it like 2 weeks before.
I mean, they do end up giving you programming year after year, to be fair.
They do, but I feel like a lot of, I don't think Marvel's there this year at Comic-Con.
George Lucas is there for his first time.
Yeah, they must be next year, though, because of all the big-time Avengers stuff that's coming out.
I suppose so, yeah. That doesn't sort of fall into the D23 thing, does it? I don't know. I know it's owned by Disney.
It could be both. They need to have these Avengers films to be hits. So.
That's true. They need to make $2 billion or they will go bankrupt. Anyway, we're recording this on Saturday mornings as we usually do now, and so by the time this comes out, probably the schedule for all the 4 days of Comic-Con will come out, and I don't expect there to be a Doctor Who panel for Twiblats, the War Between the Land and the Sea, just because if there's not a doctor in the house, I'm not sure it would draw the people. No offense. So, but there is a pop-up experience going there. The Unit Black Archive is going to be there, probably similar to what happened last year, 2024, with the big display in the TARDIS wall and all that sort of goodness. So if indeed you are going to Comic-Con, there's that. There's also the Worlds of Wonder exhibit that's going on at the Comic-Con Museum that opened in March and goes to next March, which, it would be nice to see. But
the great thing about the Black Archive is thanks to the good people of ICE, you can simulate getting your memory wiped at the end of it.
That's true.
Especially if you're us going over the border, which I most certainly won't be doing.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, so there you go. That'll be fun. So anyway, if you're going to be in Comic-Con, there will be some Doctor Who stuff there. Plus Titan Comics has got stuff though. There'll be merchandise and everything like that. But a panel, who knows? We don't even know Saturday and Sunday schedule at this point, so who knows? But all signs point to no, from what I gather. But Comic-Con, baby. Comic-Con. Hey, let's talk about the Blu-rays. Speaking of old people things that people like to buy physical media, because, you got to have the money to buy the player and the TV and the media itself. The Tom Baker Complete Season 2 Blu-ray is coming out in North America January 26th, 2026. 1/26/26, which is probably what? I guess that's only 3 or 4 months after it probably... we don't have a UK release date even for this, I don't think yet, do we?
No, not yet. No.
And this one I'm going to get, because it's banger after banger and Android Invasion.
That's true.
That's pretty sure.
Which I'm looking forward to the VAM for. So
right,
pretty sure that's the tagline and the marketing material is banger after banger. And
That's why I'm writing their marketing material.
Yeah.
Quality stuff like that.
Yeah. Anyway, so yeah, January 26th. That's an Amazon pre-order in the U.S. We don't have one yet for Canada as of last. So there's my next tab to keep open and hit refresh 18 times a day until that goes live.
It's also right now anyway the only thing on the horizon. Full stop. No animations. Unreleased animations have yet been announced or
Been hinted at. That's for sure.
It's going to be always. It's going to be June of next year before we get season 2 of Shurigawa.
Yeah.
On Blu-ray. So this is it for the time being.
This is it. And
have you finished season 7?
Oh God, yeah.
Okay.
Like in a week, I watched all those. Although I don't watch all the VAM. I have to admit, I don't. I watch. I mean, the episodes with the production notes, the info text is far and away my favorite thing. I love those. And then the documentaries I all watched and. Oh yeah, I burned through that. I don't. You know what? I'm hit and miss when it comes to Behind the Sofas. I have to admit. I don't binge them. That's for sure. Sometimes I just sort of watch them and go, I know more about this than they do. I just feel like
wow.
You got
so
that
you don't
wrong.
watch it out of snobbery. Okay.
Yeah, I know. I just like
all these segments with that Toby Haydock has now been doing. I'm like, well, I don't think you do.
I was going to say you don't know more than Toby.
That's true. Well, I know more than the people. It's like, oh, you got that wrong. You don't understand what the quality of these 1972 visual effects are. Come on. So I haven't watched the Behind the Sofas as much, but yeah. I mean, I go in. Listen. I don't watch. I hardly watch any new shows whatsoever. I'm sure that I will do yet another pilgrimage. Yeah, that I'll watch. You know what? I'm gonna watch all the new commentaries again because for the longest time when I got the DVDs, I would watch the commentary and the subtitles on at the same time, thinking I can handle. What was I thinking? I couldn't pay attention to both, and I should have listened to myself. But so maybe one day I'll go back and just watch all the VAM again because why not? It's all there.
I mean, maybe. Of course you will.
Of course I will.
And it's all there, but it's all there. So far as it's sitting on your shelf, you have access to that anytime you please.
What I find funny is how Chris is giving you a hard time when he is a plastic non-breaker of the worst sort.
That's true, yeah. How many?
And I'm even worse because I don't even buy half these things.
Yeah.
That's because I have a backlog and I get to what I get to when I get to it.
I know. I'm just giving you a hard time.
Yeah. Plus, Chris, you like methodically go through things. As if you're going through a checklist. Whereas I what today? For instance, I started the Pertwee set with the Ambassadors of Death. Why not?
Why not? Well, let me tell you why not.
I was going to say, what a provocateur.
It's fascinating, really, because I keep all my Blu-rays in meticulous order, DVDs and Blu-rays, on the shelf, yet watch them higgledy-piggledy. Chris, you watch them in order.
Higgledy-piggledy on the shelf.
Exactly, yeah.
Mine aren't even on a shelf. They're sitting on the floor, but they are in broadcast order after Chris admonished me about that. So.
Between us, we make one normal human.
That's
ish. That's a little optimistic. I am that superior human. I am superior. I am black on the left and white on the right. Kind of like Lokai over here. Anyway, enough of the TOS nonsense.
Yeah, it is nonsense. What are you talking about? Yeah. 20. What I'm curious about, I know it's been heavily rumored, let's face it, but probably Blake 7 season 2 is coming out at some point. And I wonder, because we got that within a month in North America. It came out November in the UK, whenever it came out last year. Was it last year? I don't remember anymore.
It was, yeah.
It was last year. And then we got it literally December, I think, in North America, which is astounding. And I'm wondering if indeed a season 2 Blake 7 comes out later this year, how quick the turnaround will be for us here in North America. I hope it's the same because season 2 is top notch. It's got Gambit in it. It's got
so one statement contradicts the other, but okay.
Yeah. It's tough.
Well, the Blake 7 Series 2, it's been up for pre-order for a while on Amazon UK.
Oh, has it? Okay.
Is there a release date listed here? No, December 31st, 2099.
Yeah, that's where you're
so no release date yet, but it has been on pre-order for a bit in the UK.
While. Yeah, looking forward to that too. So
that'll be whenever it is.
Yeah, that's content for this podcast because we love it when those Blu-rays come out, and the people who work on them do tremendous work. So
very true.
Yeah, so we always like
just for Warren's benefit, maybe we should do a commentary on Gambit.
I mean, I've seen Gambit. It's silly as hell.
We've
it's
all
fun.
seen Gambit. Yeah, we've all seen Gambit several times because it's the best. It's possible.
I mean, it's the best is one way of putting it.
It's the weirdest.
It's the weirdest.
The most off the rails, to be sure.
I still say if we have a commentary, our good colleagues at There's a Camp need to join us because it's the campiest thing that's ever existed.
It is 100%.
They absolutely have to be on the episode with us.
Either that or just do it on Is It Camp or something. Yeah,
that's true too.
We can join them, or they can join us, or who knows?
Yeah, have they done it before? They haven't. I think I might have. I was on there for Flash Gordon, which essentially is.
And I've been on for a bunch of stuff. In fact, not to give too much away, a certain month is a Steamed Editor month, so I get to pick all five of the episodes, and I have done so.
Wow.
None of them are Gambit, unfortunately.
Oh, that's too bad. Wonder what
movie
month
or
that
TV
is.
stuff.
Yeah.
What's that?
Are they movies that you've picked or TV
all
things?
movies. Yeah, I'm not giving anything else away. But.
Okay. Look forward to that. This past week has seen the release of the I'm not sure if they've announced further ones after this, but the Target novelizations, the Target-ish novelizations for Robot Revolution by our good friend Una McCormack. James Goss has written Lux, and Gareth L. Powell has written The Well. All three of those have come out on paperback. As part of the Target collection. They've also posted, they showed a 2-minute video of Verita Sethu doing the audiobook version of Robot Revolution.
That's cool.
On the socials, as they say. And you could read a missing scene from the TV, one of the many missing scenes from the Robot Revolution TV version is in the novelization. I wonder how much of the I wonder how much is in there actually in the novelization compared to what got cut out from the because remember we were talking about it when we were doing reviews, you could almost point and think, wait a second, I think there's a missing scene there because they talk about things that we shouldn't know about, and that could be one of the things that's in the Robot Revolution. But you can read a snippet of Una McCormack's book on the DoctorWho.tv website. Links in the show notes.
Just to give Gareth L. Powell a shout out, I am reading his book Future's Edge, which is quite good at the moment. And also I met him very briefly at Glasgow, and he was a lovely fellow. So
yeah, I've talked with Gareth a couple times, 2 or 3 times.
There you go.
He was there. Well, he was at Paul Cornell's 50th birthday party back in 2017. Not to age Paul Cornell that much, but I know he's going to be at San Diego Comic-Con as well. But yeah, he's a nice fellow. He's a nice fellow. I think I haven't met James Goss in person, but I've met Una McCormack. Una effing McCormack, I said to her the first time I met her, right after a panel.
She seems like a lot of fun if social media is to be.
She's been on this podcast before talking about how much she doesn't like Genesis of the Daleks, so it does.
Okay, well,
knock her down a little bit, but
sorry, Una.
Sure, she doesn't drag it in her novelization for the Robot Revolution, but
maybe she does.
Maybe she does.
To be fair, I would have a sneaking admiration for that kind of silliness.
Just a backhanded swipe, just a drive-by of Genesis of the Daleks.
Yeah, it's like the two Ronnies thing in the reality war. I'm like, on the one hand, it's really annoying. On the other hand, would I be any better? No, I would sneak it in too.
Yeah.
So.
That's true. There's also a book coming out. Where is it now? I've closed my link here. Where is Doctor Who?
The Adventures After.
The Adventures After features 10 tales that give us a glimpse into the worlds that the Doctor left behind. There's an extract, exclusive extract from The Verge of Death, ostensibly written by Carol Ann Ford.
Does it say that in the book? Ostensibly written by.
I'm saying that. I'm pretty sure it was ghostwritten, but picking up shortly after the events of both the Edge Destruction and Marco Polo, the TARDIS continues to behave erratically. Can Susan and the Doctor solve the issue? That is part of one of the 10 things that happen. So
neat.
Yeah, it's kind of cool.
I mean, it's a neat idea for a book.
Yeah, like the immediate aftermath of like what just happened, you know, I think Sarah Jane Smith one is just her like hitchhiking home from Aberdeen, you know.
Big Finish wanders over, goes, hey, what are you doing here?
I represent Big Finish, and I need to sign this thing saying you.
Yeah, it's actually the glasses lawyer from Simpsons somehow.
Yeah,
blue-haired lawyer.
Blue-haired lawyer there. Yeah, that guy. I need to sign this document saying you did not save Itchy and Scratchy. Yep. Anyway, that's I think that's what coming in October. I want to say that.
I think so. Yeah.
October 23rd.
There it is. There it is in the news list there. So anyway, read an excerpt on that. Some Big Finish stuff. Big Finish Dark Gallifrey has been released with Eric Roberts is looking both suave and smarmy as he advances.
That's kind of his thing. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I would trust that man with my life, and yet also distrust him. But he is
I would
also
absolutely
playing.
not trust him with my life.
No, that's true. He is also playing the Master in this, so he, but he's on the cover of the latest thing, Dark Gallifrey, which is now out. Written by Lizzie Hopley. Is there anything from the cover you two want to glean about?
There's a
It kind of looks like an exploding TARDIS console.
and an old school, like I'm talking first, second, third Doctor console.
Yeah,
Which is kind of cool.
proper console. Yeah. This Master with the big medallion hanging around his neck there.
I mean, if any master was gonna have a big medallion hanging around his neck, it would be this one.
Dresses for the occasion. Yeah, absolutely.
Trying to envision like the Master as like a 70s pimp with that medallion.
I maybe a more of a musical artist. Listen, I've been watching Midnight Special episodes on their YouTube channel. They drop new ones every Friday night. From,
New in quotes.
from the 70s.
New in quotes,
From
indeed.
this last one was from May 1975. I think this would have not looked out of place in May.
To you, that is
1975.
new.
New to me. New to me is the best stuff. Wow, Graham Central Station. I never heard of Graham Central Station until last night. Damn. Oh man, 70s funk. 70s funk, baby. That's my favorite genre of all time.
Oil
I'm just
crisis.
saying.
Nobody told me about this. What's going on here?
I know, right? Who needs to worry about that? There's funk happening.
Hey, listen, the oil crisis, for all the problems it caused, and it caused many, did give us action dollies. So there's that.
Did it explain, Warren?
Yes.
Please.
Okay. So beforehand, and this is in the annoying documentary series, "The Toys That Made Us." But
That
it's
was
true.
annoying. That was annoying.
It's, hey, you know what we need here? A fart noise. Why? I don't know. It's just the worst editing. Anyway, so at the time, and even as a kid, I remember seeing this. You'd see like Star Trek TOS dolls or whatever. G.I. Joe was a doll. Barbie was a doll. And because of the oil crisis, these things are made of petroleum. You had to shrink it down. It was really a cost-cutting thing. So Star Wars figures and all the rest of it is because oil costs so damn much, and so just to save money, and $3 makes one action dolly, right? That's why we have action dollies today. Is because that was what they had at hand. Basically.
Oh wow. Okay. So
the circumstances they were dealing with,
the sizes of basically the proper size of
and then it hit big. Especially, I think people probably thank Star Wars for many things, but that's one of the things you could thank Star Wars for is that coincided with at the time, and people went ape for these, including me. I had a few at the time as a kid. Yeah. But before that, it was all dolls.
That's true, actually. Yeah, the G.I. Joes are like proper, like Barbie doll size.
The $6 million man doll my neighbor had, and you could look through his eye, and he would do bionic things. And I've got a friend who actually it was about my age, has tattoos of the plastic stuff that was his bionic circuitry on their arm. I'm like, that's the coolest tattoo I've ever seen in my life. That's so good. I was the only person who knew what it was because I'm a million years old. But
yeah, does he make the noise when he jumps over?
I don't remember. It wouldn't surprise me.
Like,
in some speaker that's probably going to catch on fire because it's 1970, whatever. Like,
that's also true. Probably, it's probably like some makes us smoke from like asbestos.
Come on, it teaches kids resilience.
Yeah, come on.
Toys explode.
You got to learn about it. Mercury poisoning at some point in your life. All right, how do we swing back to Big Finish after that? We just do. Bambera and Anselin have been reunited in the upcoming March 2026 Big Finish Nightfall, Brave New World Nightfall. Angela Bruce and Marcus Gilbert together again from Battlefield. Of course, they haven't done a thing. This is the first time. The first time they've been reunited. I know. Angela Bruce has only come back for a few. Unit things for Big Finish, but this seems to be a match made in heaven. I mean, it's from Battlefield, an underrated story. I might argue for.
I wholeheartedly agree.
Yeah,
I love Battlefield so much.
Battlefield. Yeah. Warren,
I'll just sigh in the background here.
I know.
And Robert Jezik has already been back in prior ones, hasn't he?
I'm sure he has. Canadian Robert
Canadian Jezik. Robert Jezik.
Yeah,
yes.
absolutely. Yeah,
that's his real name. Canadian Robert.
He was a Begniev in Battlefield, and also played an American in an episode of Star Cops.
Yeah,
and apparently played Frobisher in Big Finish stuff.
Do Canadians have better fake American accents than Brits do?
Yes, you know what? Actually, now that I think about it, Erica, on a whim, while doing a puzzle, decided, you know what? I'm going to start watching Due South. Due South, that Canadian program from the 1990s.
Very popular in Britain for some reason.
Yeah, it was popular in the States. They actually aired it in a very rare Canadian program to air on American TV. But clearly shot in Toronto. And none of the actors sound like they're from Chicago. None at all. None at all. They don't even sound like they're from Toronto, honestly.
But I mean, this happens with Americans. I remember seeing, I think it was Arrival, and Forrest Whitaker's doing a Boston accent, and I'm like, what? Nobody except people from Boston can do Boston accents, period, end of story.
I know. I remember watching the Shipping News, that movie from early 2000s. Kevin Spacey, Judi Dench, and Canadian acting legend Gordon Pinsent. And it was set and filmed in Newfoundland. And Spacey and Dench are basically doing Irish accents, whereas Gordon Pinsent shows up and just no, here's how you do it. You come to my country, here's how you speak Canadian, Yeah, but not enough, though,
to see if Forrest Whitaker was in fact born in Boston. I'm talking out of my butt. Nope, born in Longview, Texas. So
there we are. Also,
just on that tangent, there's a reasonably new show on CBC called St. Pierre, which is set on St. Pierre and Miquelon, just off the shores of Newfoundland. And what all did he do? He main actor. He also produces, writes, did the music, possibly other stuff as well.
Sings the theme tune.
Yeah, basically. He's from Newfoundland and plays a Newfoundland cop that was, did some stuff and was sent over to St. Pierre as punishment. I don't know how that would work with, the fact that it's owned by France and all that, but nevertheless, even he doesn't sound Newfoundland.
And he's from.
Alan Hawko.
Oh, I remember that. I've heard of that name. Yeah. I know. It's some people, honestly, Brian Cox as Sidney Newman, it's more American than, if you hear actually Sidney Newman and that one big interview he gave in 1984, which you might have seen referenced in different documentaries, when both Robbie Robertson and Gordon Lightfoot died in relatively short succession, two Canadian icons in their 80s, it brought to light, this is what people from Ontario used to sound like about 40 or 50 years ago. There's a certain, I can't quite explain it, but there's an accent. There's an accent from the Eastern Canada part that I think is sort of been blurred over now with media and TV sort of amalgamates a lot of Canadian accents. But back in the day, people from Ontario sounded like people from Ontario, damn it. And Sidney Newman had that definite accent. I don't think Brian Cox quite captured it, if I'm honest.
There's a thing on my Instagram, and it's this guy who says Albertan chirping the news, and it's him complaining about the news, and it's done in the most Alberta guy who works at Fort Mac style, and it's very funny. Right. But that accent does exist in Alberta.
Yeah, it does. It's there. It's there if you look for it. Yeah. Oh, the tangents we get off to when we talk about Big Finish for some reason.
Yeah, nobody cares about Alberta. What are we talking about here?
March 2026, Brave New World, Nightfall, coming from Big Finish.
Fractures.
Yep. Anyway, last bit of news before our classic series commentary for the Visitation Part 4. There is a second Doctor Who teddy bear, Build-A-Bear.
Build-A-Bear is at the tower.
Yeah, jeez. Wow, golly. But it's good. It's the fourth Doctor one. Look at that. He's a little bear. He's got a hat on. He's got a scarf. He's got the little waistcoat. So we're looking at what looks like, honestly, by the coat, it looks like sort of Genesis of the Daleks.
He doesn't look 100 miles off from actual Tom Baker, honestly.
Yeah, that too. With a little sonic screwdriver, looks pretty great.
Sonic screwdriver, just because, whether it's the fact it's plush or over exaggerated or what, is just so cute.
It is really cute.
It's adorable.
It needs googly eyes.
No, don't ruin a bear with googly eyes. He's not
the bear. The sonic screwdriver needs googly eyes.
I see.
I'm not going to claim to have the scarf knitting pattern memorized or anything like that, but that scarf looks pretty legit, except for the tassels. Yeah. The coloration looks pretty legit.
It is pretty on brand.
This bear representing a fictional character is not 100% accurate. Yeah. I am disgusted. Good day, sir.
At some point, I briefly showed this to Kat. She didn't comment on the scarf colors, the scarf colors.
Right.
But
That's the best compliment you can get.
Yeah.
I will. I'm curious, and I will ask.
The shoes are a little lighter brown than Tom Baker's actual shoes, but
Like, wow.
the fact
what
that
a thing to nitpick.
Listen, the fact that they actually of the 4 pictures they include on this is a close up of here's the shoes that he wears. Thinking, well, that's great. Little bear in his shoes, but yeah, they're slightly above. But yeah, I look at this and I see Genesis of the Daleks outfit basically. Yeah,
I don't recall the real Doctor having a Doctor Who diamond logo on his foot or having a picture of him naked. There's a naked bear in this series of photos.
That's true.
And for those freaks out there, there's just his shoes, you sickos.
And the diamond logo, but the Shootigatwa era purple space background as well.
Yeah.
I do like the 2 hearts that is
cute,
there
yeah.
as well.
Oh, that's right, because he's a Time Lord. You see, he's a bear. So there you go, $115, everyone. If you want to pick up that Build-A-Bear, which honestly, why wouldn't you? I have one. I've got my 12th Doctor Build-A-Bear with the guitar, and it came with a little Dalek. That's as far as my collection's going to go. Sorry.
We can't have humans at Gallifrey. Bears, though. Bear Time Lords, perfectly reasonable.
I think they should make the next I think that CBeebies show should be a doctor, except he's a bear, and it should be.
I mean, I'm down with that.
Why does it Build-A-Bear apply to make that new CBeebies show? I think they should.
In stop motion? In classic Paddington stop
Oh my
motion?
God,
You
Warren.
you don't want the Doctor to be an owl? Then it could really be Doctor Who.
Oh, that would be too obvious, wouldn't it?
That is a circa 1992 Records Doctor Who joke is what that is. By which I say you should be ashamed of yourself.
Yeah. That's a red card. Well, all right then. There you go. That was our news, everyone. That was our news and discussion. To sum up, streaming is terrible. Buy everything and earn the money to do so, but action figures.
Come on. Snap to it.
Snap to it. Fandom, Disney, ITV, Canada, dry.
Target.
Bears.
There it is, Bears. And we summed it up. So that's it. After the break, it is time for the finale, the exciting finale of The Visitation in our classic series commentary.
Are the microphones wired in?
All round the condenser, most merciful. We're looking forward to excellent duodecaphonic sound.
This is the moment when I get a real feeling of job satisfaction.
Welcome back. It's the finale for the classic series commentary of The Visitation, here recorded live and in person, to be put out months later, or a week later if you're a Patreon subscriber, which for which we thank you. But and if you are, either way, you're about to watch part 4 of The Visitation with us on your legally purchased Blu-ray. So here we go, part 4, Visitation in 3, 2, 1, play.
Sonic Screwdriver's dead, so it's all downhill from here.
I know.
Anyway.
Yeah.
Goodbye, my friend.
The exact same model comes back in TV movie, though.
And is that the Tom Baker screw? It doesn't change the
Kinda.
design from one to the other, right?
No, I think it stays, yeah.
So that's the OG. Well, OG to me, basically.
When?
Not actual OG.
Yeah, I know. Well, I mean, the one that you see in the War Games is like basically just a pen light that does the screwing of the gun handle and all that.
And in
But that is the
Fury from
first
the Deep
one.
is an actual pen, I
it's
think.
a whistle.
It's a whistle.
It's the
That's
whistle
the thing
from
off the life
jacket,
preserver. Yeah.
Because they dropped and lost the prop in the foam.
Yeah, the proper design is probably the Third Doctor.
It
but
is.
But he over-zhuzhes it. It's got a bunch of stripes and stuff on it.
Yeah, when does I actually don't know when the Sonic Screwdriver first shows up in the Pertwee era.
No, it's definitely in there, but I don't remember where.
Like, obviously, use at Sea Devils.
I would have to think season,
prior to
season
that, he'd
7.
He'd make a big
no?
deal about using it. He'd explain what it was.
Well, when we finally get the season 7 Blu-ray set in this part of the world, we can watch very meticulously.
That's true.
See if it is 7 or 8 when it shows
I
up.
know. I'm
Or
going
9.
Through, I'm going through the Mind Palace in my mind right now and watching them all in record time, and like I don't see it in Mind of Evil. I don't see it in Terror of the Autons.
I half believed you were going through the Mind Palace.
I am. I really am. Yeah, it wouldn't be. No, would it? Never mind. I'll figure this out. Doesn't he use it to? No, that's.
I don't think he uses it in Colony in Space.
No, it doesn't use the
He
Colony.
explodes stuff in a field, I recall.
On
with
Sea
it.
Devils, and
Sea
you're thinking
Devils.
of Carnival of Monsters is what you're thinking.
Okay,
the
that's
gas
way
mine.
deep,
yeah.
Which is, Sea Devils is 9, Carnival's
Methane
10.
gas.
So.
Yeah. So Sea Devils is certainly its most famous use, blowing up landmines. Here's your
I love those effects.
spark
Yeah.
generator. Yeah. They've been using those since the 60s for crying out loud. And literally, they just lock off a spark generator.
Mhm. And then just kind of wipe
superimpose
it,
it
in. Yeah.
live. That's another live
I love
shot
it.
that we
I
saw.
love it so much.
Yeah. Yeah, I think the only post-production stuff here is the laser beams, I think. I think a lot of those wipes, the glass shots, the spark generator, all done.
Glass wipes?
In camera, the glass wipes. There he is. James Thompson right there. Staring straight ahead. Doing some great staring straight ahead acting. right there.
That is actually really good.
Not blinking at all.
Straight-ahead action.
Yeah. You ever try to watch Tom Baker in a scene? Like, name any scene. He never blinks.
Well, he is insane.
What about at
Yeah.
the end of Armageddon Factor when he's threatening to use the
When
key
he
to
just
time?
always blinks. Yeah, no.
Yeah, he does nothing but.
Groggy, sore, and bad tempered, almost your bad self, your old self. Very nicely done.
They're a great little duo.
They still are.
They still are. Like this
They still are.
You know, it's if you're with them backstage, as I have been, as I was both of them on a panel at Chicago TARDIS one year, and even when they got off stage, they were sort of like still like doing the bit,
Yeah.
Mhm.
but it was like
It's probably not even a bit at all.
it was totally natural. That's what I like about it. They weren't necessarily performing. That's just who they are, which is fun. It's just nice. It's nice to know that they've become lifelong friends because of this silly little show that we adore and watch and comment over.
I do like the Doctor is utterly dejected by the lack of a sonic screwdriver.
Yeah.
To the point where Thespian Joe here has to help him out.
Well, like there's like where do you get one? Is the store closed? I mean, is there a Costco that you can go to get like maybe 8 of them at once or something like that? Like I don't know. We never really determined what the origin of the sonic screwdriver was.
But
at this
doesn't
point.
Shooties pop out the console?
It pops out?
Is
of
that the first time that's
console.
ever happened?
No,
No, it's happened before.
12 Doctors does.
Right, yes.
Mhm.
And he's got ones that were destroyed sitting on his desk too, so that doesn't make any sense.
Jodie Whittaker made hers.
Yeah, out of it's sort of
Spoons, Sheffield
DIY.
spoons.
Yeah.
Eccleston already had one. Where did Matt Smith get one? He just came out of the
They don't
console too,
Did
didn't
they
he?
ever explain that? Maybe they do. I
Because
don't
remember,
know.
he wrecked it in 11th Hour.
Yeah, and there's like the whole thing where Amy's wandering around I think that's where that happens.
Could be, yeah. I don't remember now. I think he came out of the console though.
I keep forgetting. I keep mind wiping that his first console room, even though it's kind of cool, it's
Right.
very cluttered. And also, I have to laugh. People go, "Jodie's console room sucks." I'm like, well, it's basically the same as Matt Smith's first one when you get right down to it, other than the big pillar things.
Right. It is weird and kind of organic and
Yeah.
corally and yeah.
Both of those are so. But why did nobody freak out other than the obvious reason that
Yeah.
a Woomon doctor was doing it?
Yeah, they almost kind of alternate about how it goes from like weird choral
Mm-hmm.
to like Michael Pickwood's like, very computer
Stark
based
and
steel.
yeah,
And then it goes
straight
to
lines.
weird choral again. And
Yeah.
then now, of course, the current
and
one
I'm
is
fine with either, frankly.
the current one is the best one.
I like Pickwood's.
I do
11
like
and
that
12
one,
the
too.
best
we need
of the new series.
we need to spend more time in the Disney one.
For
I mean, it's
such-
cool. Don't get me wrong.
Bad
It's
Wolf
cool.
one,
but-
yeah.
For something that takes up so much space and
It's
is
just-
left as a standing
Yeah.
set, you would think they'd use it more.
But they just don't. Those are some proper earmuffs, or those are some Beats headphones right there.
Oh yeah.
Almost saw the studio light in the mirror, but actually did see the studio light in the mirror. I'm not gonna roll it back, but
Is this technically a mirror lawn?
No.
I know.
hey, you know what? It might be, honestly.
They're shooting into a mirror and stuff
Yeah.
bugging around. So, I mean,
The whole picture got shook. I don't know if that's post production or not. I don't know. I don't think it's post. I think they might have just vibrated.
there's the
camera.
Atari 2600.
Yeah. Oh, look at that. Pretty clever little.
So he's
security
got
system.
HomeKit.
Yeah.
Bravo, buddy.
Exactly.
Well, except his works.
Yeah. It's walls. Walls appear instead. Is that Tom Baker's old hat from? No, it's not.
I very much doubt it.
from June Hudson's season 18 costume.
From Nicholas and Alexandra.
Starring the late Michael Jaston.
Stuck up these very unconvincing empty boxes.
I'm glad that he said these are empty boxes because, these would be, the actors would be pretending they're full of gifts in Hallmark movies. Because they're all empty. There he uses a safety pin right there.
Saw some clip from making fun of a Hallmark film because the woman in it was getting mad at the male lead that he was wanting to move to Thailand and build houses for elephants or something.
What?
It was something really absurd.
Makes sense.
And not spending all year long building wooden toys for children.
You're the expert on me.
Yeah, you've seen way more Hallmarks than I ever have.
G'day.
A friend of mine has worked on a bunch of them.
That I would, yeah.
I want to be on one. I want to be an extra in one, or at least spend a day on set.
Well, come visit me.
I might just do that just for that.
Because I shoot a bunch of them in Vancouver.
Yeah. Some of them even had real snow, which means you have to
Not that many.
No, but you have to think about when you're going to shoot that because
there's very little real snow in
just
Vancouver.
Go up to Whistler.
Well, some of
That
them
you
are
can do, yes, or
shot
Cypress.
in like Winnipeg or like Toronto or Montreal. Oddly enough, too. Not many of them. Most of them are BC. But
My favorite wasn't even Hallmark. I don't remember who made this, but it was
Lifetime, maybe.
It was Lifetime, probably, but it was like the behind the scenes TV movie biopic kind of Full House back before.
Oh, weird.
So it was being shot just down the street at a casino,
Right.
Near where I worked. And I walked over to get coffee because there's Starbucks in the casino. And I asked one of the PAs if this was any good. I asked what it was. She told me, and that's how I know what it was.
Right.
And then I said, any good? She's like, no. I treasure that. That's film work in Vancouver in a nutshell. No, it's not very good.
Paying the bills.
Exactly.
Just paying the bills. Why not?
Maybe in my continued search to be employed, I'll succumb at some point. That or real estate. One
There
of the
you
two.
go. Oh, don't do real estate,
I
please.
have to have some shame.
Work as like a second AD or something on a Hallmark movie.
No,
I'd
the
beg
second
of
AD,
you.
you'd have to rise to the ranks. You'd
Okay.
be abused as a PA first.
What is an entry level, but not like gaffer or something like that?
No, gaffer's nowhere near entry level. Entry level is somebody on. You can get yelled at on set. The PA.
Don't get yelled
or maybe construction.
Yeah, construction's probably better because you can build it and get the hell out of there.
Yeah, I suppose. But are you good at building things?
No, I'm not good at building things or getting yelled at. So I'm probably not good at
it's
either
true.
of those jobs.
Your TV dream has
And
died.
you may or
My
may,
TV dream is really stretching it.
Yeah.
More of an idle whim that I immediately dismissed.
you may or may not be leading man material.
I think may not is where we're going with that.
Remember, Warren, when we had TV dreams? Did you have TV dreams working in TV back in the
This
day?
very show is
This
what
show.
made me go and work TV.
That's why we're here.
And then my inherent
Night
sense of
terrors, man.
decency and self-respect, also inculcated by this show,
Yeah.
made me leave television.
Yeah. Good old multicam. Got to go back to multicam. That's all there is to it.
There's a reason directors are screaming during multicam.
No, too much money is being spent on TV. We need to just pare it down to the basics again.
Well, this is going to Darwin itself into out of existence.
Yeah.
So,
It'll
but
just be
what'll
those-
happen? It won't be that. It won't be back to multicam. It'll be going to idiots blabbing into their phones,
Well, that's true.
which
But,
is what we already have.
but even movies have been doing this for a while now. They have A camera and B camera. You're just trying to disguise camera 1 and 2.
Yep.
Don't call it anything different just because you're making multicam, but you're not switching it live. But you are often shooting 2 cams at once.
Can't remember who was one guy who didn't care about his career.
Right.
Was complaining about Ridley Scott and saying he got lazy and he just shoots everything with a billion different cameras now, as opposed to say Blade Runner or something where it was
Right.
very specific. Now he's just like, I'm old. There's a pile of cameras. Also, Ridley Scott is old, so if he wants to shoot
Take it easy.
Gladiator 2 with a pile of cameras, let
Yeah.
him. I don't care.
Ocean's 11, which is one of the great films of our time.
Sinatra or Clooney?
Come on.
No,
Clooney,
the original sucks.
obviously.
I watched that the other night again for
but
the umpteenth time.
It's so great because I watched a video. I never noticed it now. Next time I watch it, I'm going to look for this.
This robot, by the way, wouldn't be out of place.
Yeah, I
walking
know.
through a Vegas casino.
Yeah. There's no shot in Ocean's 11 that is just shot, reverse shot.
Mm-hmm.
It's one shot is a composed shot, then the next shot is another specifically composed shot. It never returns to a
Soderbergh is
shot.
very good at that kind
They
of
don't
stuff.
Very
really
good. Yeah.
They don't really do much for like when Clooney and Julia Roberts are at the restaurant. That's there aren't that many 2 shots.
No, I
mean,
know.
at all.
No. It's so stylishly done. What a great movie that is.
I think one of my favorite Soderberghs is probably Out of Sight. That is great.
I only watched that recently.
It's really,
Yeah.
the editing is interesting too.
Yeah.
And also, Clooney and Lopez were kind of like, oh yeah, TV person and music person.
That's true.
They're both really good.
That's true, actually. Yeah, that was post Batman and Robin, though, right?
Yeah, I believe so. It was kind of it washed the stink away from Batman and Robin.
Ocean's 11? It's 2000.
No,
Out of Sight, which is
Out of Sight,
97,
yeah.
I want to say, something like that.
98.
Maybe 98. You might
98
be
sounds
right.
about right.
The Limey is the one he made after that, which I didn't like as much, even though it has
with Terrence Stamp,
the
yeah.
MVP in it.
Yeah, that's right. Speaking of directors, Peter Moffat, up there too, with Steven Soderbergh.
Yeah, absolutely, yes.
Oh, yeah, they're basically interchangeable.
Soderbergh's such a nerd, he actually made a black and white version. Not made, he took Raiders and made it black and white to demonstrate how everything is so well put together by Spielberg that it can be a silent movie.
Oh, wow.
And he's right.
That does make sense. Just like the Mad Max
Exactly,
movies. Yeah, 2 new ones. Oh,
Still have yet to watch the second.
you know what? It's better than I expect. I watched it like 3 times for a
Which one?
podcast.
Furiosa.
I quite liked it.
It's a lot better than it got better each time.
It's
as I
not the
watched
same.
it.
Don't
Because,
walk
I mean,
in expecting Fury Road because it's not. But it's
The
good for what
first
it
Mad
is.
Max you saw in the theaters, 8 times, 9 times?
The first
once.
Mad Max from 1979.
Once.
No, the first
No,
George.
no, I only saw it once.
Just
Fury Road
once?
I've seen twice in the theater.
Yeah.
I saw Furiosa in the theater as well. But only actually, this is the only time I've ever watched it. Is the first time in the theater. I do want to watch it again because I think also Chris Hemsworth, as usual, that guy is underrated. He's funnier than hell.
He's fantastic.
He's really good, and he plays a total loser. That's what I love about it. He's like this warrior guy who looks like he should be able to kick your butt, but he's totally useless.
Yeah.
That's what I love about him.
Yeah.
Nothing will top his role in Ghostbusters, though.
He is actually great in
Yeah.
Ghostbusters.
But Adric's pretty good too. I'm just steering
No,
it
he's
back
not.
in.
No, it's not.
This feels like this shot here. It feels like there are some. I don't know. I thought I saw like a barbed wire fence right there. Like, isn't that from like just a modern day fence? I don't know. Part of that shot looked modern. I'm just trying to get us back on track. Just
Oh, good luck.
talk about Visitation Part 4. That's all. Not that we don't enjoy this story. It's a great story.
I'm going to go back to Furiosa for a second.
Okay, sure.
One thing they did, George Miller, I got to give credit. He knows how to use CG properly. They had a kid playing Furiosa at first.
Oh my God,
and then
yeah.
it turns into Anna Taylor-Joy. And what they did is they digitally, very subtly, changed her look so that she ages in front of you. And I didn't notice.
I didn't notice either.
So
No.
that's really excellent use of CG.
Yeah. And he's 80 for crying out loud.
Yeah.
You know? Filming visionaries.
1873 for barbed wire, apparently.
1873 for barbed wire, yeah.
And
Well,
1914 to 1918 for very heavy use of it.
yeah. As seen in the recently discovered HD footage from the War Games. I don't know if
That
you
column's
knew
not
about
looking very
that,
good.
but It's looking
It's getting
ropey, isn't it?
A bit foggy inside.
It's getting close to its last days, that's for sure.
Yeah, well, they still have another year and a half of
Yeah.
its use.
You can really see the grain of the plywood manufacturing of it, though. It's quite clearly made out of wood.
I don't think it was meant to be used remotely as long as it
See,
was.
going back to the giggle for a second, he says, I've come to that. I haven't seen it this many times from the outside.
Yeah.
This is one of those times.
That's true, actually. How many times has the Doctor seen the TARDIS dematerialize in front of him?
Well, a few, because it has been taken away from him. This is one of them.
Very rarely.
Did it happen in Legopolis? They saw a TARDIS, more
Saw
or
a
less.
TARDIS, but not the TARDIS.
In the TARDIS,
It's in an article,
dematerialized.
Yeah.
Or no, they walked out of the room and then it dematerialized.
Yeah. I mean, parting of the ways, obviously. Well, someone do a smash cut, please, and throw it on YouTube, and then we'll link it, and we'll talk about it. Or forget.
Probably
Well, yeah,
forget.
Probably forget it, but
That was a very awkward handshake.
it was kind of. So Adric actually did pilot the TARDIS and landed it. I mean, that's
More or less.
legitimately impressive, especially in this day and
Mhm.
age.
Well, I mean, as you said, the prior story shot was for the Doomsday.
Yeah.
And Tegan did less of a good job there with piloting the TARDIS.
Terrible job. Should read more books about math like Adric has here. By Burt Russell. I remember when McGann hits the console at the end of the TV movie.
I just love the contempt for Adric
Oh,
there.
I know. Yes, that's where we're going. That's a little more recognizable as a glass shot. You can even see this shadow.
I know, it looks
on the
kinda
left
cool,
there. It sort of stops halfway up.
The painting building in the background is kind of
Yeah,
awesome,
it looks like an OPG hockey card where they airbrushed a new uniform on an old player.
This reminds me of the Phil Ford
Thanks for
video
laughing
game.
at that.
Remember they had the series.
Traded to Flames 11-4-79.
Yeah, exactly.
Remember the BBC educational video games where you'd run around and there's one that's set at this time with the Matt Smith
the
doctor?
Gunpowder Plot written by Phil Ford.
And it gives you like different. Here's what they would do: people would stand here to watch people get hanged. Like, those are super cool.
It was
I
a
loved them.
really cool game. And
Also, that specific one, I remember having to VPN, and I was in the I
too.
think it's 2010 E3 press room.
Yeah.
And so I was showing the guys from Gay Gamer how to do it because they wanted
Right.
to play the game, and I'm like, well, here's what you do, and I did this and this and this, and set it up on their computer. And like, that's awesome. They were really cool.
Speaking of lost media, not that we were, but I mean, games like that, games
Yeah.
for like obsolete computer systems are like how can you play the Doctor Who adventure games?
Well,
now?
you can't on a Mac because those are 32-bit for
Yeah.
sure, and 64-bit stuff you can't run
Yeah.
anymore.
Like
that was
if-
even before the M chips.
Virtual machines.
Virtual machines would still be good. Okay.
But am I going to go to the trouble? No, I'm
No,
not.
I have such problems with virtual machines. God, he's such a dick. Yeah, that's a bit of a pain to drop, but that's fine. It's fine. It's all good.
No, it adds to the charm.
It's weird to me that they would paint buildings. I know. I just feel like it would be like composed with like cutouts or something like that. But instead, you see matte painters and they're literally painting on a glass.
Is it me or is the TARDIS skinnier?
It's you.
It's you.
Okay, all right, fair enough.
That is the Tom Yardley
Well, we did
Jones.
turn off
There we
motion
go. There's
smoothing,
the
so
hot
there's
pot.
that.
There we go.
Oh, nice.
Oh, now they're getting their shisha.
Yeah, Vietnamese hot pot here. I like the guy on the right. He's kind of multicolored. I like that they're like distinctive looking. You know, they each
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that guy's got different coloration on his cape or whatever it
They
is.
look like they should be walking down the street during Carnival.
Yeah. Super rare Ealing film shoot for a Peter Davison era,
Oh, really?
in case you're wondering, yeah. They shoot
Was BBC TV Center booked?
I don't know. I don't just because of all the fire. It would have been
makes sense.
unsafe to do in BBC TV studio.
Also, why not? Why shoot on a film? I guess it's Ealing Film
It's
Studio.
Ealing Film
but-
Studio. They actually forbade you to shoot video. And,
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it was a thing.
Well,
They might have
yeah.
not even been set up for it, but I mean, I'm trying to think. They shot, for some reason, the 5 Doctors, the Brigadier's farewell party is at Ealing, and that's the last time they shoot at Ealing for live action in Doctor Who. These are things I noticed. You see, Nessie. Now oddly enough we're in the studio. Even now is where the flame.
I just find these pterodactyls hiding behind a door very funny for
I
some
know,
reason.
like they're just behind you.
It's not Panto.
Yeah. Well, isn't it though?
Mm-hmm.
If you're to switch this on,
With that open flame, small though it may be,
yeah.
and there are probably 18 people standing around with fire extinguishers
know.
ready to go.
Or not being 1981 when they made this, probably.
Yeah, just off the background, there's a 10th Planet Cyberman smoking.
Yeah.
He just became a fixture in the studio.
Oh boy. I feel sorry for this guy right here. I just don't know. Just like he's just waiting to get killed, and he gets killed. But the Doctor doesn't inflict violence or kill anyone. That's
Well,
That's
except
on
for the
film.
great,
That's
except
on
for the great
film.
fire of
that's not.
66.
That's a lighting effect.
Yeah,
As we intercut.
that's a good cutback to film.
It is. Plus, it helps with the original.
A beatdown.
Yeah.
By the way, tip if you're playing Indiana Jones in the Great Circle, don't bother shooting anybody. Flip that gun around and beat him over the head with it.
Pistol whip. Yeah.
Because if you shoot, then the Nazis come. But if you take him out by beating him, as Tegan is doing.
Even if they're wielding a sword and spinning it really
I haven't run
fast
into
and
that yet.
whatnot.
They haven't done that yet. And I'm near the end of the game, so.
This poor little guy.
That was kind of a
He's-
cool bit there.
He's
That's
going to
cool.
get melted even more
Oh,
now.
it's going to be
effect.
bad. His eye's going to pop out and everything. Yeah, it's really gross.
It's like poking a dead fish at a supermarket.
Yeah.
Can't say I've done that.
There we go. There's your Ealing film effects.
Mm-hmm. Film effects. They dropped 2 wood
They
pieces
drop
of wood.
things. There's an explosion.
Hey, it's still in effect, technically.
They're not burning the rats, so they're just burning the diseases, aren't they? What if it just like just becomes like a big plague unto itself? Look at that. Oh, gross.
That's pretty great.
Wait for it to pop.
Mm-hmm.
Bang. There we go. Gross.
That is some stellar effects work.
Yeah.
And this came out around the same time as Raiders, so maybe they were inspired by it.
I'm going to say no.
Well, that grotesque ending did get talked about by everybody.
Well, this would have been shot before that.
Yeah, you're probably right.
Things came out later, too. Like Star Wars didn't come out in the UK until December of 77.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
Yes, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
But you're changing history.
Not one
I
line.
like that. Good work. Yeah. F the archaeologists.
Yeah. Off to the side, River Song shows up.
Be hilarious when he...
What exactly is that thing he gave him?
Look like a little disc or cartridge
Yeah, it's
or
a
something.
little...
So what's he
yeah.
going to run it with? Nothing.
No. Not compatible software.
No.
Yeah.
It's not 64-bit clean.
Predates 3.5-inch floppy disk. And stuff.
Or indeed any floppy disk at all.
Yeah. When I was a kid, I had no idea what Pudding Lane was.
No, I didn't either.
No. And now we've been, Warren. I think we've been to the actual spot where
Really?
the Fire of London
There's
started.
the monument.
There's a blue plaque there.
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
Yeah. But you can go up if you haven't.
Do I have that? I wonder. Do I have a photo of that blue plaque?
Did you and Erica do it by yourselves, or have all three of us done it?
Maybe, you know what? Maybe it was just me, Erica, and Andrew Smith taking.
Yeah, then yes,
Because
probably.
we went to go see Number 6's place in London as well, which is not far from the Parliament building.
Then yeah, okay. Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Too bad because I was near the.
I was going to say, why we should have told you. Yeah, there it was. There's definitely pictures of us doing that, but you can't see those on a podcast. We're watching credits right now.
We're looking at Stan Nightingale's name.
Yeah.
Also,
You're right.
go into the House of Commons tour, people. I cannot recommend enough. It's great.
Oh, is it? Okay.
Yeah. I've walked around the grounds. I've walked around the outside, but
Yeah.
It's totally worth it. There's a bit of screwing around to get to it, but once you're in there, it's really cool.
It's good stuff. All right.
yeah, probably have to book way in advance and
Wow.
stuff.
I did a couple months.
Next time I go to the old Parliament.
Well, I won't be going to the U.S. all that much other than Gallifrey 1, so
That's true. Oh, there we go. Boom. Peter Moffat, director. All right. Well, that's it. I hope you enjoyed the visitation. One thing left to do now, Chris. This is a rare thing for us to see the randomizer in person. It's a giant machine here. I had no idea how big it was, but on which Chris has a list of all the episodes, stories we haven't done commentaries for. So Chris, I'm going to ask you to begin the spinning of the randomizer now. There it is. There it goes. You haven't closed your eyes, though. There we go. I have expected you to close your eyes. Because you do that.
I mean, I can look away. Just
you look
just
away.
as effectively.
That's true. You can just not look at it, which is oftentimes turns out. Yeah, I'm curious to see what we get here. Stop.
You want to read it? Can you see it?
I can't see it.
The Sunmakers.
Oh my God, the
Awesome.
Sunmakers. How have we
Awesome.
not done the Sunmakers yet?
well, we're gonna.
That
gonna.
is amazing. Oh, wow.
Mahogany, here we come.
Blu-ray and all.
Blu-ray and all, actual proper Blu-ray. All right.
I actually have the proper Blu-ray.
You do have the Blu-ray.
I'm not going to move my computer into the living room to do it.
Do
but-
not do that. We will be out of sync in seconds.
Exactly.
But next Classic Series commentary, Season 15, Tom Baker, The Sunmakers. Looking forward to it. All right. Until next time, I'm Stephen in Edmonton.
Warren in Edmonton.
And Chris in Edmonton.
So long for now.